There's a new way to do market research using AI, and I guarantee it's going to blow your socks off. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how easy it is and how powerful brand visibility tracking in large language models can be. So let's assume you're a marketeer at Toyota and you want to know how your brand is known around the world. So one thing you can do is ask ChatGPT. I can just ask, what are the safest auto brands in Bangladesh? Why not? And you can see that it comes up with this big answer, mentioning multiple brands, Volvo, Toyota, Honda. It's going to mention a few. It has a tendency to be thorough, which is great. But I'm only interested in the safest brand, not just a whole list of brands. I'm interested in what AI considers to be the safest brand in Bangladesh. So what I've done here is I've created this prompt. As an AI, what do you consider to be the safest automotive brand in Bangladesh? Please reply with just one single brand. If I ask this question, it comes back with Volvo. It cuts out all the other brands and it just returns Volvo. Now I'm interested in the entire world. Also, there are other LLMs besides ChatGPT, like Perplexity, Google Gemini, and Claude. What about those? The cool thing is that by using Trackerly.ai, I'm able to get all these insights with just a couple of clicks. So Trackerly.ai is the first tool to track all major LLMs, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, and Perplexity. And what it allows me to do is I can add prompts in bulk. It's going to collect all the responses every single day, and I'm going to get all the insights from LLMs. What I've done is I've used Google Sheets to create not just one prompt, but 176 prompts for every country in the world. Now I can just copy paste and I suddenly have 176 unique prompts that I can add to Trackerly.ai. So I've logged into my account here, and what I can do is I can add bulk prompts. So I'm going to use safest car brands. I'm going to name the group, and then I'm just going to copy paste all the prompts. It's going to recognize that I've added 176 prompts, and I'm just going to add them all in one go. And as you can see, it has just added them to my active prompts. It's going to need some time because it's going to collect all the responses for all 4 major LLMs. So it took Trackerly.ai about 2 to 3 minutes to grab over 600 responses from 4 different LLMs. I just want to scroll through the results a bit. So the top one is China. Well, let's have a look at the results. What are the safest car brands according to LLMs in China? So Perplexity says BYD. Anthropic, so Claude says BYD too. Gemini says BYD too. OpenAI says Geely. I've never heard of the brand, but apparently it's the safest car brand in China according to ChatGPT. Then let's scroll down a little and check out the United States. So what are considered the safest car brands in the United States? Well, according to Perplexity, it's Volvo. Claude agrees, it's Volvo. ChatGPT says, no, it's Subaru actually, mate. And then Gemini says, well, it's Volvo. So 3 out of 4 LLMs agree that the safest car brand in the United States is Volvo. Well, let's scroll down a bit further below and let's have a look at some other countries. Iraq, for example. I have no idea what kind of cars people drive in Iraq, but Perplexity says, hey, Geely, the Chinese brand, is considered the safest in Iraq. And then all the other 3 LLMs are like, no, it's actually Toyota. Hold on. Let's just check one more for now. What about Malaysia? Well, Malaysia, I would expect Toyota, and indeed it is Toyota almost unanimously, but again, Google Gemini disagrees now and says, nah, I think it's Volvo. So that is quite interesting already, right? So I've got 176 questions answered in a couple of minutes by all these 4 major LLMs, and the results are quite interesting. But this is where it gets interesting. Trackerly.ai allows me to group all these responses and analyze them. I'm going to show you what I mean. I can go to this group report, which combines 704 responses, and it allows me to analyze a lot of different things actually. So as you can see, all the responses are on this single page. And if I want to know, out of 704 responses, how often is Volvo mentioned? And it says 182 times. Let's compare that with Toyota. So Toyota is far bigger, far more well-known around the world when it comes to safety, which is quite interesting because Volvo actually is centered around safety. Let's compare some other brands. We saw Subaru, right? Let's have a look at how well they do. Well, only 10 mentions. Let's check the Chinese brand, Geely or Geely. Please correct me if I pronounce it wrong. Just 6 mentions. And now I kind of want to know, how does Tesla do? You know, Tesla also spends a lot of marketing budget trying to be the safest car brand on the entire planet. Well, they are not doing that great, not yet at least, because they are only mentioned 4 times. And so these results are pretty interesting. And if I scroll down, I can see where does each brand pop up in the responses. So as you can see, there's a lot of Volvo here in the United States, which we just had a look at. I'm going to scroll down a bit further. And in Haiti, it's Toyota all the way, apparently. In Tunisia, it's Toyota again. We're in Belgium right here, and it's Volvo. So, you know, you can analyze all the answers and you can customize your brands and define a brand's share of voice with just a few clicks of the button. And it just took me a couple of minutes to analyze the entire world, how different car brands compare when it comes to safety. Curious about how your brands show up in LLMs? Well, go to Trackerly.ai and get a free trial, and you can try it out for yourself in just a couple of clicks too.